Welcome to The Explainer. Okay, let's talk about something that's probably driving you crazy. Those awful AI backgrounds that are just killing your presentations. Well, today we're going to fix that. So let's kick things off in what I like to call the presentation graveyard. This is where some of the best ideas, well, they go to die. And a lot of the time, it's because of one single fatal visual mistake. So I have to ask you, are your presentations actually killing your ideas? I know it's a harsh question, but think about it. If your audience is squinting, trying to read your text against some crazy, chaotic background, your message is just gone. It doesn't matter how brilliant your idea is, it's just not going to land. Okay, so how did we even get here? Well, we've come a long way, right? You remember the old days, the stock photo era, all those flat vectors and glowing grids? Then came early generative AI, and with it, what I think is my favorite phrase ever: uncontrollable neon vomit. But the good news is we're now entering a whole new era, one where you can actually take back control. All right, let's talk about when good AI goes bad. I bet this sounds familiar. You tried using an AI image generator for your last big pitch, and it was a total disaster, right? Let's dive into exactly why that happens, because trust me, you are not alone in this. So why do most of these AI-generated backgrounds just fail? Here's the thing, it's probably not your fault. You're not bad at prompting. The real issue is that these incredibly powerful AI models, they just don't get vague requests. You ask for something cool and they give you something totally unusable for real presentation. And these are the classic pain points, right? I mean, look at this. The background is just way too busy, it's visually noisy, your text completely disappears into it. And then there's the aspect ratio. You get a square image when you need widescreen. But the absolute worst one, the AI loves to put a giant subject right in the middle, leaving you zero room for your actual content. But what if there was a better way? What if you could stop asking the AI for a picture and instead start telling it to build a functional space for your text? This is the game changer, folks. We're talking about a technique called engineering negative space. Okay, this quote right here, this is the secret sauce. It sounds super technical, right? Engineering the latent space to calculate luminance drop-off. But what does that actually mean? All it means is you're telling the AI how to build the image. You're not just asking for a picture, you're giving it instructions to push all the distracting, noisy stuff to the edges and leave the center clean and dark so your words can actually be read. And that brings us to this core idea: negative space engineering. It's all about using very specific keywords to build a background that's designed from the very beginning to make your text pop. You're not a prompter anymore. You're basically an architect of empty space. Pretty cool, right? All right, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do we actually do it? Let's get practical. I'm going to give you the perfect prompt blueprint, a simple formula you can use to get amazing results every single time. And really, it just boils down to these 4 simple steps. Once you start following this structure, you're not just crossing your fingers and hoping for a good result anymore. No, you are giving the AI a very precise set of technical instructions to build exactly what you need. Okay, step 1 is maybe the easiest and most important. This one little command right here, -R169, it solves the single biggest formatting headache. It just tells the AI to generate a widescreen image. That's it. No more weird square images you have to crop. It just works. Now think of this table as your ingredient list. You're basically a chef building the perfect recipe. You grab one thing from the negative space category, like dark empty center. Then you add some lighting, maybe use subtle volumetric cyan fog. And finally, you pick your theme, like holographic data, for a tech presentation. You just stack these keywords together, and boom, you've got a powerful, precise prompt. Okay, so let's get to the good part. What's the payoff? What does this actually look like when you put it all together? Let's see what happens when we go from a lazy, basic prompt to a fully engineered one. I mean, come on, the difference is night and day. It's staggering. On the left, you've got that generic prompt, and you get that neon vomit we were talking about. Totally unusable. But on the right, with the engineered prompt, you get something clean, professional, and honestly beautiful. It's a background that's actually designed to make your text shine. And at the end of the day, this is the only thing that really matters: 100% audience legibility. It's not about how cool or futuristic the AI art is. It's about one simple thing: can your audience read your message? If they can,
Your presentation is a success. If they can't, it's a failure. It's that simple.
So here's the big takeaway. Your next idea is important, right? It's too important to let it get sabotaged by bad visuals. When you start engineering your prompts, you're making sure your presentation is just as powerful as the idea behind it. So, the real question is your next presentation ready for it?